Samuel Taylor Coleridge was born in 1772. That was in Devonshire in England. He was the youngest of all nine brothers and only one sister. His father was the vicar of the village and he was visionary and unworldly. That was also his son, St. Coleridge. Coleridge was visionary and unworldly. As a boy, Coleridge was imaginative, precocious, and solitary. He had no interest in games, and he read incessantly. At the age of 6 years, he even read Arabian Nights. These Arabian Nights stirred him a lot. He was afraid of his father at one point, fearing whipping of his father, he ran away and he stayed the night at the village river. And what happened? As he was on the bank of the river the whole night, he got cold and subsequently he developed rheumatism and it destroyed his overall health. Lifelong he suffered from this disease. He had once upon a time attacked by rheumatism at the same time. In the village he was happy and peaceful at the age of 9 years. Unfortunately, his father died. That was it. His peace and happiness went away. As a charity boy, he was sent to the Christ Hospital, that is in London. At that time, it was found that he was eloquent and he loved poetry and philosophy. He developed many friends, and one of them was the best, that was Charles Lamb. At the age of 16, he was in love with Mary Evans. She was the sister of his school friend. At that time, he loved the sonnets of Bowles. He was influenced by these sonnets of Bowles, and he was also influenced by the French Revolution. And at one point, his only sister died, and that was horrible incident in his life. In 1789, he had a severe attack of rheumatic fever. In 1794, he left Cambridge. Later, he met Southey, and with him, they tried their best to develop pantisocracy. Pantisocracy is an utopian social organization where all people are considered equal and all people will be responsible for themselves. Nobody will bother. It's something like socialism. Right. Later, he fell in love with Sarah Frika. Sarah Frika was the sister-in-law of his friend Saudi, and they got married in 1795. Later, he became intimate with William Wordsworth and his sister Dorothy Williams, and there, with the collaboration of William Wordsworth, they wrote Lyrical Ballads. Later, he became even sick. He was really suffering from neuralgic pains. To relieve from his neuralgic pains, he started having opium, and it was a turning point. It disturbed him. So there are two destructive things I can say. When he was afraid of his father's whipping, he ran away from the village and he spent the whole night on the bank of a river, village river, and because of that he developed the lifelong disease, rheumatism. And at one point, what happened? He had severe pains. To relieve from those neuralgic severe pains, he started having opium, and because of this opium, he lost his money, everything he lost. His health deteriorated. Socially, he was outcast, and a lot of troubles fell on him. And then what happened? He could not spend money. He did not have money, so he took a job of a preacher. He did not like a job of a preacher, but he had to take it just to survive. And later he went to Germany. There he studied German language and metaphysics. Here is another problem. Metaphysics, you understand, is a separate field, and when he studied metaphysics, it disturbed his writing poetry. So, because of this engagement, he could not spend longer time for the literature. And as he studied German language, it is helpful, but you understand it spent a lot of time of his. And then with the friend he wrote the journal named The Friends. Another period of time there was separation from his wife. You understand, his health was not good, he was deteriorating, he had opium, and the relationship between him and his wife deteriorated, and at one point they were separated. So all these things really terrified and destroyed his life. And in 1834, he was at that time 62. He died in 1834 at the age of 62. So he planned much but achieved little, you understand. As he's been hovering around, he studied German language, metaphysics, so many things, and he stayed at one place, then he left for another. He was influenced by the French Revolution. He was in love with one girl, and later he was in love with another, and he got married. And as he was not doing fine, as he had opium, as he did not have money, so the separation took place, and that was even a greater setback in his life. And at the age of 62, he died in 1834. So when we look at the life of H.T. Coleridge, we find that he planned a lot, but he did not achieve much. And his works include the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Kubla Khan, Dissection Ode, Christabel, and so on. So hope you have enjoyed these videos. Thanks for watching.